71% of project managers report being stuck at the exact same career level for 3 or more years, despite maintaining incredibly strong delivery records. The core problem is that delivering a project plan on time is treated by executives as a baseline expectation. Because hitting dates is the bare minimum, the massive effort you exert to keep a project on schedule is essentially invisible to the people deciding your next role. This chart maps career trajectories to show the exact divide. Keeping plans updated is a task-based skill, leading straight to a plateau. To get into strategy meetings, you can't just track data. You must predict exactly how the future could break. Your objective is to stop reporting risks and start pitching solutions. We're going to take a single project vulnerability and transform it into a scenario trade-off pitch, a specific framework that proves you have executive-level judgment. Open up your current project schedule. To find your most pressing threat, you have to strip away the noise. Out of 100 tasks, maybe 3 actually dictate your finish date. The rest are distractions. Identify those true critical path drivers. Once you locate a risk, do not wait for it to delay the project. Instead, immediately run alternative scenarios to model out your options before leadership even asks. You have 2 primary levers for schedule compression. You can model a fast-track scenario by overlapping sequential tasks, or you can run a crash scenario by throwing more resources directly at the bottleneck. You should also model the ripple effects of shifting resources. Map out exactly what happens to your timeline and adjacent timelines if you pull 2 engineers from another project to solve your problem. A task owner waits for the risk to land and asks leadership what to do. A strategic leader walks into the room with these alternative paths built and ready to evaluate. Altering a schedule is never free. Compressing a timeline will always exact a toll on budget, product quality, or team morale. This source card shows the execution standard for pitching these models. You must abandon vague warnings and attach a hard numerical value to every single option you propose. Stating, "This route will cost more," is an observation. Stating, "This route requires $20,000 in overtime to save 2 weeks," is actionable data. To organize these priced options for an executive review, map them out visually in a decision tree. Select your recommended path, but deliberately keep the discarded paths and their associated costs visible on the board. Showing the branches you rejected proves that you considered multiple angles. It signals to leadership that your final recommendation relies on rigorous analytical methodology rather than luck. When you present the complete mathematical landscape, you force executives to make an intentional, informed trade-off, rather than arbitrarily demanding you cut the schedule. You might feel the instinct to validate your hard work by explaining the complex formulas or Monte Carlo simulations you used. Ignore it. The highest form of scenario fluency is translating that technical data into immediate, plain language business impacts. Use this exact syntax for your pitch. If this risk happens, I rejected option A because of the overtime cost. I recommend option B because it saves us 3 weeks for $10,000. Your final deliverable is a tight 2-minute narrative of a business decision. If you end up giving a spreadsheet walkthrough, you have lost the room. You started with a standard project delay. Now you have a fully priced, multi-option business strategy ready for review. Before pitching, look at this checklist from the article to verify you've met all the criteria. The rule at the bottom defines your career track. Effort keeps you in your role. Judgment moves you out of it. Anyone can update a calendar. The rare, promotable skill is stepping into a room, laying out the exact costs of 3 different futures, and confidently telling leadership which one to buy.